to my channel, Pegasus. It's time to fly. So happy Easter. I know it's just gone now, but hope you had a lovely Easter. And so I am going to be recording your weekly spell checks a bit later this week. So my apologies for that, but I was just eating chocolate and doing Easter like everybody else. So what's coming up? Well, we had a full moon in Libra yesterday. So that full moon in Libra is going to be really about us trying to find new balance in our lives. So maybe we're looking for some final justice in this next month. And the full moon, as we know, is this total illumination. It means that energetically wise, things are coming to a head. It's all about us really finding this equilibrium in our life. That's how I see it. I felt the full moon. I don't know if many of you were outside or saw it, but it was just so bright, so illuminating. So let's get to our reading, and you know what? That illumination might be what's coming up for us in the next couple of weeks. Maybe we're going to be finding out lots of wonderful new things about ourselves and about the people in our lives. I will see you in the reading. So what can we expect this week? Did you have a nice break? For those of you that obviously don't celebrate Easter, perhaps you just enjoyed the time off and caught up with your family and friends and that sort of thing. That's normally what we do, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight into the reading, and straight away the first card that's jumped out is the Death card. So this is the card of Scorpio. So, Scorpio, perhaps a Scorpio has rode into town. I say rode into town because he sat on Pegasus, kind of, isn't he? Yeah, and you know, for some of us that will definitely have been the case. Also can mean this energy going into sort of end of April for you. Could be that we're really shedding these old behaviours. So we're kind of putting down the old patterns, the old stories, the old dialogues. They're dying off, and when one thing dies, it gives room for this rebirth and something new coming along, which is pretty exciting actually. So that could be new jobs for some of you. That could be new love. It could also be just starting this new phase of your life. Maybe you've just gone through a bit of a mass change in how your life looks. Maybe you've moved house, or you have recently ended something that maybe was fairly significant, been around for quite a while. Because next to it, I've now pulled this Three of Wands, but the Wands this is in reverse. So this is fire. This is fire energy. Let me just grab that side of this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is quite a passionate new start to something. Threes in numerology are just this element of development. There's this idea within numerology that two can be very symbolic of two people falling in love or coming together, and three is the next stage, often where that's either they procreate and bring new life into form, or they just come together and build this amazing new future together. And this is what the threes are really about, is moving forward, developing and sort of gathering momentum. In the upright, this Three of Wands can also be looking out to the future, and with it sort of in reverse, that could, for somebody out there, be very symbolic that maybe you had been looking for something new, or looking for waiting, kind of, it's like this idea of waiting for his ships to come in that card. So maybe you felt that you've been waiting for something and maybe it's arrived. Maybe you know that the wait is no more, and you're not looking for this newness now. You're just in a place in your life where, you know what, I'm happy where I am. I'm quite good. Yeah, I'm quite good where I am. And what should come out but this Nine of Pentacles, as I say, you're good where you are. You're happy with your lot. You're in a position through this transformation of this Death card where something is coming in this week that It's making you feel quite abundant. This Nine of Pentacles, this is this very attractive woman, but can be a man. It's not gender specific. But this Nine of Pentacles, this is definitely earth energy. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this 9 is about finishing something. So we're starting a new beginning in a new phase. But there's something about something you're going to do in this next week that's setting you up for something big within your life, or something that's going to stay. Okay, so we talked about this 9 being an end of a cycle. So, you know, we can start something that's going to be really good for us and be a mainstay in our future, in our existence. And by the very nature of that, that means that the cycle of looking for that or trying to find or replace that is no longer, is no more. We don't need to. There's a lot of yellow in these readings as well. And the yellow for me stands out about this solar plexus. So it feels like you're all sort of coming into your strength a bit more, which is brilliant. You know, we all want to be in our strength. It's sometimes necessary that we don't feel like that, because we need to come from a place where maybe of lack or maybe of loss in order to do our healing work and build that up so that we can be far more abundant, like I said, or far more prosperous. This 9 could be, you know, coming into financial stability. And the end of the cycle is that perhaps you felt for some time now you've worried about money, or you've been looking for a new income or a better way to make more money, or to just feel this safety, this security. This lady she's pretty set up in her life. She doesn't worry about, you know, what could be or what could happen, because she's got all her pentacles about her. She's ready. She's in the possession of her own power. And yeah, that is pretty good energy. This is one of the best spell checks I've read, I think, this year. Hold tight, everybody. Hold tight. What's this change all about? It's going to be very different for all of us, but it looks quite exciting. Okay, and we have another card that's kind of telling us that we're not needing to move on anymore. So maybe we find something that we're comfortable in right where we are right now. Maybe that's your self-esteem or your self-worth, and you're in a place in your life where, do you know what, I'm good. I'm good. I am enjoying day to day. I have friendship. My job's good. My work's giving me what I need. I don't need to keep looking for more. And you can see that this in the upright, this 6 of Swords, this is air energy. So if this is not something that's going on as an event or as a process in your life, it's somebody involved in your life, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And in reverse, it feels like it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's just very calm water at the moment. In this position, it's been a bit tricky. This person's needed to shroud themselves in a cover, and that can be covering themselves up from life, or covering themselves up from their own inner knowledge that they're in something that isn't right for them. It's about moving forward, trying to get to the other side where the calmer waters are. In reverse and under the Death card, it feels like you are where you need to be at this time. Yeah, and we've even got another card now indicating it. 2 of Swords in reverse. This is knowing your own mind. This is knowing where you are and being quite happy with it. In the upright, it's about decisions, waiting for this moon to create a different cycle, hoping that that cycle will maybe help you move forward in decision making or in terms of changing something in your life. But I feel that's where you've been. I feel like these reverse cards that we're seeing in this deck today is where you have been maybe in the last, I want to say, 6 to 8 months. There's been this feeling of not really knowing if you're doing the right thing in life. Or to some other higher degree, it can mean that you weren't that pleased with where you were in your current situation. it wasn't like a dire situation. It wasn't like, oh, woe is me. It was more like, yeah, you know what? Life isn't terrible, but it doesn't look how I want it to at this stage. It's not doing and ticking my boxes right now. I am slowly taking these baby steps towards something I want, or towards changing my feelings about my own life. And yeah, it feels like there's more sword energy now. So I've got this Queen of Swords now in the upright. And this queen can be male or female. But in this upright position, this queen she knows how to ask for what she wants. She does it with respect and kindness. She is open. She has an open mind, an open heart, but she knows who she is. And that's kind of like, for me, is one of the best combinations of a person or a situation you can have. Because sometimes if we're just too rigid in our own mindset or too stuck, we can become a little bit egotistical, can't we? We can be a little bit inflexible to the decisions we make or our belief systems. And this queen, she's done this journey. She's been on this path. She's understood her role in her future and her power, and she's decided that she must go forward in this kind of authenticity. She's very real. She's very attractive, very real, somebody easy to talk to. But, you know, don't mix that kindness with a weakness. Don't make that mistake with that Queen of Swords, because if you step out of line, oh, she'll tell you. She will tell you. Okay, so the card of Judgment. So this Judgment card, again, I sort of, as a reader, this Judgment card's more Scorpio for me. And for some of you, this will be very Scorpionic energy, and you see these people stood up looking up to this angel. It's like they've woken up to something new in life that is, frankly, is going to be really good for them. They are aware of their past, they know where they are now, and they are hopeful for their future. You know, this angel, it's like this divine gift. These people have been awoken by this angel with a message. Is that you? Are you carrying a new message? Are you singing to a new beat? Maybe you are. Maybe that's what's coming up the next week. I feel like new people, new scenarios, new feelings, new change. Yeah, like I said, strap yourself in. I think this is going to be a bit of a ride. That was my ride away. I'm going to pull you a changes card now, because the cards feel like there's a lot going on, or there will be a lot going on. These changes that aren't difficult to make, they're not uncomfortable. It feels like they're things you want to gravitate towards. Something that has been selected for you, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. And as I say that, the changes card say, welcome to the new, or welcome the new rather. You know, these butterflies, they're very much about coming out of their metamorphosis, aren't they? And I talked about this idea that been stuck in this, quite frankly, I suppose, a loop for, like I said kind of 8 to 9 months, but for some of you it will be longer than that. And this loop has kind of, do you know what? It's been necessary. It's been a necessary metamorphosis. But it may at times have felt quite lonely and perhaps uncertain. Perhaps there was a lot of uncertainty. But meanwhile, you know, all this stuff was going on in the background, which was kind of helping you turn into this beautiful butterfly, which then was able to find their wings. It's time to fly, as Pegasus loves to always instruct you guys. It's time to fly with whatever these changes are. And yeah, they seem quite exciting, don't they? They do sound quite exciting. Okay, if we weren't already talking about love, which for some of this we were, can we please have some romance angel cards on the back of this judgment? You know, we had an angel present in our tarot. Whenever I see an angel depicted on one of the cards, I really do see it as a direct message. And you know, this card, the judgment card within the tarot, is it's the number 20, which breaks down to a 2. And 2 is very much about coming together with an idea, a new love maybe, coming together with new friends, new connections. Just generally, it feels like that's what's coming up for you this week. So the first card we've pulled, as I say, making these new connections, is separation. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, for those of you, this change will be that you will be coming out of something and going into a very new phase in your life. But I remember I kept using this word necessary, and sometimes that's a really difficult prospect, isn't it, to get our heads around, but a very necessary one. Or maybe this is just saying that this period of metamorphosis that I spoke about was you, where you had been in separation or you had been single, and now the universe with this new full moon in Libra is bringing you into this state of balance, or literally bringing you into balance with somebody else. Your next card is this flirt. Extend your light-hearted energies to others. Who are you flirting with, my wing people? Who have you met that you want to flirt with? There's nothing wrong with having a little flirt, I will say. And then it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Have you been sitting in this stagnancy for ages, thinking that maybe what you're looking for isn't out there? Or maybe what you thought you wanted wasn't out there. Maybe it is. You know, we've this... In the picture of this card, this Pegasus, a unicorn, is stuck in this pen. And it's kind of got all these barriers around it. Do you have lots of barriers that you think you need to overcome as you're listening to this? Have you felt trapped in something? And now it's time to take the mask off. This card of deception, take the mask off, free yourself. For somebody listening, it feels like you've been in a codependency relationship. You know, and something I want to say something about this codependency, because it can mean lots of different things for different people. And there are people out there that will sit there and they'll talk to you and say, oh no, you know, I'm not looking for anyone in my life. I don't need a relationship. I don't need this to define me, blah blah blah. I'm not that bothered, and you know, I don't want to meet somebody again anyway. I think I'm going to stay single. And then they go and meet somebody, and then they're completely full on with that person. It's like, oh, they're amazing. It's all they want to talk about. It's all they want to focus on. It's like everything. Be careful of this, because I said about taking that mask off a moment ago. You know, be honest with who you are. Be honest with who you may have been in other relationships. Especially if you're going into something new. Don't lose yourself in this new thing. As beautiful and shiny and wonderful as it can be. You know, don't just throw everything to the wind and be in this danger of losing yourself. Because I think if that's the case, when you do that, you are not really giving it your everything, are you? Because it's like, well, yeah, of course I will enter into this relationship with you, I will love you, but it comes with a clause. You know, I need this and I need that to make me feel secure, to make me feel full, or to make me happy. And this is just saying, if you're in a state of that before you go into something else, there's some healing and some family issues to re-examine. And maybe this new phase is you taking time out to, you know, address some of these behaviours. in order to have this awakening moment of this Judgment card where you understand yourself better, and in doing so you can release some of those habits that have not been good for you in the past, so that you can attract new love into your life, which can be more healthy. I feel like it's like a gift. We're coming into this new stage of 2022, and I feel like those that have been doing the healing work and giving themselves space and time, it's like the gift they're being given is maybe somebody really lovely that lines up with who they are and can offer them perhaps what was lacking in the past. For others, the gift is the gift you really need to give yourself, and that needs to be time and space. And for some, there will be very specific in that healing family issues. Have there been something that's been swept under the carpet or not dealt with within the family that is kind of just lurking there, waiting for this moment of epiphany where it all comes out in the open? And perhaps that's also what this card of deception. It says someone is wearing a false mask. You know, I can see with the codependency card that some of you, that's who you are, and you're entering into new relationships in exactly the full-on way that you always do. And it's not a criticism, it's just saying, you know, slow down a little, slow down, give it time, enjoy it, have fun, and the rest can come with it. Finances and career. For some of you, there will be a concern, could be coming into this new experience for you, could be new work, could be a new job, new position, which is going to bring you more finance. It's going to strengthen what you do, and you're going to grow in very, very new ways. And yeah, feels like it's going to be this idea of you planting these amazing seeds in some area, and they're going to just flourish and grow, and that means that you're going to thrive and you're going to grow. And this new career or this new job could also mean that it's going to create this new, more beautiful environment for you in your life. Feels like you're going to feel more in control as well. Oh, lovely. Very, very, very nice. The last card I'm going to leave you on, which is really sort of mimicking so much that we've spoken about this coming week's energy. So you deserve love. For somebody watching this, you've been through the ringer a little maybe, and you deserve love, and Cupid's arrow is coming for you. It is coming for you, that arrow. Shoot your shot. If there's somebody that you think is really lovable and you would like to find love with, or if this is somebody that's coming in for you, then just welcome Cupid with open arms, I would say. Go with the flow, enjoy it, be present, and have an amazing week. Catch up with you next week. Take care.